Let's see it all from the baby. Say it with me, ready? As I plan on. Thank you.
Welcome to the MessInShow podcast. I am the host that loves to keep it gross, Messy Gravis, and I am here recording out here doing another podcast, the MessInShow podcast. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for watching on YouTube right here, and got my new desk right here, my new recording desk. I'm loving it right now. Thank you, Maddie, for hooking me up. Yeah, he was moving and stuff, and he goes, "Hey, it was weird because I mentioned to Kibbles, I go, man, I need a new fucking desk. You know, I was like, yeah, I need something bigger than what the hell I got. I have like a little mini computer desk I had that was put together like, you know, like Kia shit where you pop it in and stuff and little wooden things. And I was just mentioning it to Kibbles, and Maddie was moving, and he goes, hey, you know, man, that needs a desk. I'm like, and Kibbles goes, yeah, this guy right here, you know. And I was like, yeah, actually, I need a good desk. And he was like, hooked me up, and now I carried this heavy motherfucker. I didn't realize how heavy it was either, and that son of a bitch was heavy. And I'm sitting there and loading it up, and I noticed it matched my countertop, and it matched my little wood grain over there. Like, it was just perfect. It was meant to be. You walk in through my kitchen and stuff, and it's just like, you know, my little office, my recording office here in Outhouse X is where I record my podcast. I'm trying to get the dwarf guys to record over here Saturday. If we don't have, I don't think his garage is big enough for me and everybody else, because, you know, I'm a big dude. I take up a lot of space. I should have been an astronaut. And but on the other news, if you heard anything in Kokomo, if you haven't been living under a rock here lately, you know, I just bought a fucking record store. Yes, I did. I bought a record store, and it's called American Dream Hi-Fi in Kokomo, Indiana. And I've been looking for a place to buy for a while now, because I was saving up to buy a car. You know, I wanted to drop like, you know, $10,000 or $12,000 on a car, because I don't like doing payments, because I don't like the government knowing who I am. So I just buy everything outright. You know, like a fucking drug dealer, like an idiot. And so I was saving up money, and Mike, I saw a post on Mike. He posted on there saying he doesn't want to sign his 10-year lease coming up, and I need someone to take over the store. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's exactly where I want, downtown, all the foot traffic. You know, I can get people in there and stuff. I can convince people to come in, you know, shit. And yeah, he sold it. You know, I can't tell the exact details, but yeah, he's going to relink it, send it over to me. That's right. Messy Gravis is going to be a store owner. Imagine that, man. You know, Outhouse Records, you know, making it big time. And I plan on putting an arcade in there as well. You know, and I want to call it the Vinyl Boss. You know, I think, you know, like a rip off of The Rock. You know, he's all steroid out. The dude, you know, sunglasses, Outhouse, the Vinyl Boss. That's brilliant. And I also have my alcohol and wine certificate, license, whatever it is, so I could sell beer and wine. And someone told me too that like the reason they sell those fireballs and shit at gas stations now, because that's considered wine. And I'm like, huh? So I can sell Fireball and the other little tequila, I think, whatever kind of shit that it is. You know, it's considered a wine now, those little shooters. And I can't wait. So in August, I'm going to be signing over the lease. I'll be taking up over the lease. And I'll be still keeping my other job. But I'm going to be doing this job on the weekends as well as every day, you know. Let me know, like, other bands and stuff. Hit me up on, I've already answered a lot of emails and stuff at messygravis213@gmail.com, and for booking information and stuff. And I'll get you in there. There's a girl, a poet too, you know, and and art. It's art, and then the guy's doing poetry, and I'm like, cool. He called the Mountain. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do it, man. Like, I'll get people in there, sell them some beer and hear some poetry and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I want to do movie premieres and stuff, like local movies. I was thinking like a Monday night or a messy movie night, something like that on a Saturday, where you just buy a bunch of beer and you watch a classic movie, with me, like a Troll 2, like I pick a horrible movie. That'd be cool, like a messy horrible movie. Movies like you ever see that podcast, How Did This Get Made, basically, and something like that. Just all those movies, like Drop Dead Fred and everything, that movies that people don't like, but I'll watch them. Like Son of Mask. People hate that movie. I like that movie. It was like a cartoon, drawn, live action cartoon, Mother, and people hate that movie. But no, I plan on doing a lot of stuff in that store. I want to do arcade. I want to do premiere movies. I want to do poetry. I want to do art. I want to sell all the vinyl records and tapes. And then I do want to sell pipes, though. That's another thing that I got to talk to that guy about. Selling smoke paraphernalia. Hey, Debo, get out. Go over there. He keeps on messing with my light over there. Son of a bitch. Damn you, Debo. And he's going to be head of security. So, whatever the hell he's going to do, he's going to fuck you up. You try to get in my store. That's another thing, too. I was talking to Mike about that, or the fire marshal, too, where the doors open the other way. You can automatically, more occupants, raise it up, which I think that's cool, But not as cool as Cobra Kai Season 6. You hear this? You hear about this? Where they released a new trailer with Mike Barnes. He's coming back and stuff, and I loved it. He's like arguing already because he was the psycho one in the third one. Yeah, because he was the one that was like, he was an adult coming back to an 18-year-old karate event. Like, dude, you're already, and it's weird. Like, I didn't understand the rules of the third one. Like, Daniel LaRusso didn't have to go through the tournament. He was already the champion, so all he had to do is just fight for the championship. I was like, why didn't they do that in the first time? And I take you to that YouTube video, the guy where it says Daniel LaRusso is a bad guy, like he's not the hero in the movie. I direct you to that YouTube video again, because that video, that's the reason I think Cobra Kai exists to this day, because I think the popularity of that video of Daniel LaRusso being the asshole made everyone go, huh, the William Zabka character, and the How I Met Your Mother and stuff. Everyone just started siding with Cobra Kai, and then all of a sudden, boom, Cobra Kai is getting big. I mean, he got bigger than the Karate Kid, I think. Because, I don't know. I played the video game and stuff. I was obsessed with the Karate Kid as well. I loved the second one. The second one was one of my favorites, because he was fighting for his fucking life on the second one. The first one, the little kid, he turned him in. If you lose, you still get cake and ice cream and shit. Second one, it's life or death, bro. And he still does that. I don't know why. That's like my favorite one, is the life and death one, and Mr. Miyagi pinching your nose, doing the honk sound. But yeah, that's premiere is coming up. It's July 16th, I think it's coming up on Netflix, which I need to watch on Netflix because the Axel Foley movie is out too. The new Beverly Hills Cop 4, I think it is. Yeah, Axel Foley, huh? And I just watched The Boys too. That's a good TV show. I recommend that to all my weird fucking friends and stuff. If you want to watch some crazy shit, watch The Boys on Prime. It's the original Prime Video, and it's like a ripoff of Superman, kinda like he's a Superman character, but it's like what superheroes would actually be like in real life. That's how I see it. Like, because all the Marvel movies, they're so fake, and they're so they think they're better than humans, but they don't say it, in Marvel. But in this, in The Boys, they come out and say it. They're like, you're horrible humans, and it's like more reality based. What would be like living with superhumans in today's world, I think. And like I love how they and they kind of poke fun of the Marvel universe where like their first saves are like all on TV and stuff and movies. Like he's teaching his son how to save somebody, but it's all fake. Like it's all scripted and everything. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like that's how they get acquainted to being the smart guys. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. Come on. Yes. Sometimes you gotta spit on it. Yeah, you gotta spit on that bitch. You gotta hawk to her. I'm sick and tired of that bitch too, man. She needs to get over, Even though I know she released a video saying that she's going to do her social networking and stuff now. She got an agent and all that stuff. And I was like, man, just fucking do your OnlyFans and make money getting naked. Just shut the fuck up. You got famous for spitting on a dick. Come on. And I mean, if she pulls it into a rap career like Bad Baby, I'm going to listen, She'd be like, first you call me a hawk too, then I got two, then the motherfucker, and she'd be like, ooh, do someone write her rhymes for her? Like, oh shit, man. And I'll be rocking, if she busting, some beefs and shit, she'd be dropping shit about Terrence Howard being a dumb idiot and shit like that. And that's another thing too. I watched that Terrence Howard versus Eric Weinstein, and God, I don't know, Eric Weinstein basically said everything that you wanted to say at the time. But Joe Rogan, he played it smart though, because like he just let him talk. He just let Terrence talk. Let him talk. Let him just bury himself. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, why is he's not contradicting anything. He's not saying, well, because Joe Rogan, like he said, he's a fucking comedian. He doesn't know about. I mean, he's smart, but he's not that intelligent to contradict what Terrence Howard is saying, to argue his mathematics, because his mathematics, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Like it kind of makes sense, but it don't, like, because there is unwritten laws of mathematics and stuff that you just take, you take for, not take for granted, but you take it as, that's what it is. And then like Terrence Howard's like, no, why? And everyone's like, you don't ask that, you just do it. Like, how dare you? I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, Eric was on there, and man, he's talking about, I like how they're talking about music, and stuff, the notes and frequencies and stuff, because I still believe the power of music, man. Like music and frequencies and harmonies, and it can move shit. Like it can move your inner soul, it can move your outer soul, it can explode things, because I remember being a little kid and it was that commercial, the opera singer, it was, ah, and then she screamed so high and that glass broke. And I was like, oh my God, like, music can do that. Like music can, kind of like how Bruce Lee was saying, like how he, be like Walter. Walter adapts to everything. Well, I'm saying music can either soothe your soul or it can destroy you. Like I love shit like that. And then they use that for, I think it was Waco. I remember that was the next thing where they're using the terrorist shit with the squirrels killing. And then they use different frequency tones, that you couldn't hear with the human ear, but it would like, which that's another thing. Like it would drive you insane, but you're trying to get an insane person outside of this environment, but yet you're making him more insane in there. He's not going to come out. He's going to be more insane and probably hurt everybody in there, which what the fuck happened, But that's a whole different podcast. That's a whole different Waco thing. But no, and last night, Lilith Gray, my daughter, she drove me around on the golf cart, and we watched fireworks out here in the neighborhood, which was cool. It reminded me of the old school, Sandlot, movie where there's, they're just running down the street. You see all the, sparklers and fireworks on the side of the road or in the middle of the road. And that's why, like, she's driving. She's a good driver, man. 8 years old, man. She's a fucking good driver. And, she's driving me around, and we stopped at the cul-de-sac, and we watched these fireworks. We applauded, and like, well, let's go down here. And, we drove down the other side of the neighborhood, and saw some fireworks, applauded them, and I'm talking to my buddy on the phone and stuff. I'm like, man, I didn't even spend a dime, man, on fireworks. And then today we have to go to Sharpsville, watch they have like a bunch of kid games and stuff like that out there, and like a mini carnival. You're gonna check that out. That's gonna be cool. And then they're gonna do fireworks then. And then tomorrow I gotta go to another place, but you don't give a shit. It's a firework weekend. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, I love the 4th of July, the smell of sulfur, which reminds me of a time my buddy, who rest in peace now, Tyler Burkholder. He there's a reason in Kokomo. There's a reason why they don't have fireworks in their tents anymore, because they used to have these big old like circus tents in front of Walmart. Like they're like miniature, but they're like small, like little circus tents. And but like they're gray. I remember they're dark gray. And late at night, he would drive up to it. There was no security or nothing late at night. He would drive up to it, and he'd be like, "Hey, Messi, take the wheel real quick." I'm like, "What the man, Ty? What are you doing?" And he rolls up, he runs to the tent. I'm like, "What is he doing?" And he slides underneath the tent, like just like he walks up to it. And he's listening to make sure there's no one in there or something. And he kind of like, you see him like lift up the bottom of it, and he steps back, and he just runs and he slides underneath that motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he did like what's his name from Royal Rumble? Tyson, or not Tyson, whatever. I can't remember his fucking name. The dude. And the way he slid underneath the ring and shit. I want to say Tyson Fury, but that's not right. I can't think of his fucking name. And this is the way he slid underneath it. That's what it reminded me of too, when I saw that in the Royal Rumble, the Saudi Arabia Rumble. And I remember I was like, oh my God. And I said, Tyler, slide underneath him just like that. Tyson O'Neil, right? No, I can't remember. And Titus O'Neil. That's what it is, not Tyson. Yeah, Titus O'Neil. But Tyler Burkholder, he slid underneath the tent, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing, man? And all of a sudden I see these big, giant mortar, like, cases, and they're just, they're getting slid right underneath the tent, right outside. I'm like, I counted, I'm like, he's got 5 of these fucking, and there's giant mortars and a bunch of fireworks and big old combo packs and everything. And he has like a little Sunfire, a little car. I'm on the wheel, and he's shoving it in the trunk, and he's shoving it in the back seat, and he's coming back, and he's running back, and he's sliding underneath more. And I'm like, Tyler, you got enough fucking fireworks, dude, let's go. Because under this was like literally 15 seconds. I mean, he was so fucking fast, and I love Tyler for that, because, man, there's a lot of times where, I should write a book about what he put me through, man, because he put me through some weird shit, man. I miss that dude. And I think I told a story already about him with the piss and the Super Soakers. That's the other podcast. You got to go back and listen to that one. And he comes out and he's, like, Bessie, make room, dude. And I'm like, I can't make room. And so he literally had to open some of the packs and start throwing fireworks in his trunk and leaving empty packs. Even like, the giant shit. He just grabbed a whole bunch of mortars to throw them in the trunk. And, just, and he goes, I got room for 3 more. And I'm like, Tyler, get the fuck out of here. Let's go. And we take off and shit. And there was another buddy with me, but I don't want to say his name. And he's yelling at him too. Like, you had enough. You took enough, dude. Let's go. And I remember we were hauling ass the back roads back to the creek and stuff. And we stopped at my house, of course, to drop off the stuff. My mom's house. That's where I was living with my mom at the time. And I remember him pulling up the next day after he unloaded everything into his car and stuff. I go, what'd you do with all the fireworks, man? Because we're going to light them off, the next day. And he goes, check it out. And he popped open his trunk, and he had the whole trunk full of mortars and a bunch of fireworks. Like the scene in Days Confused where they open the trunk and it's all a bunch of beer. It was the same thing, but with fucking fireworks. Like he even like had stuffing and stuff. Like instead of ice, he had like all the hay and stuff, whatever they put it with the fireworks and stuff. Kind of like it was dynamite and shit in his fucking car. If he would have got rear-ended, he would have been fucked. Imagine that, getting rear-ended and all of a sudden a bunch of fireworks fucking go off. And it would blow up his car and blow up all the other cars. Just some fucking GTA shit. But it'd be a good sight though. It'd be cool fireworks. At least the ambulance and everyone get to see a good show before they start putting everything out. But man, I miss that dude. And yeah, we're going to go see some fireworks tonight. So every time I smell sulfur and stuff, I think of that night of Tyler Burkholder. And I remember we lit so many fireworks that night that we got a 2-hour delay of school the next day. Yeah, because we're still in school at this time. Like we're 15, 16. He got his license first. And No, I think he only has permit. Yeah, I think he had his permit. And he was still driving, with or without a licensed driver. But yeah, God, I miss that dude. And so yeah, every time I smell sulfur, I think of Tyler Brookholier. Rest in peace, bro. And man, I miss you. And God, I wish you would see Lilith. I mean, if you would love Lilith, man. She's a spitting image, of you. I think it's actually your kid, but she's that psycho crazy like you, Because I first met Tyler, he was out there, man. And man, I was watching what was it, Will Smith too. He just premiered his fucking BET performance. I watched that too, and it kind of sounds like a ripoff of fucking Kanye. But at least like Kanye, I kind of, I don't know. I believe Will Smith more than I do Kanye. If that makes sense. Like when Will Smith talks about praising Jesus, I believe it more than Kanye. Kanye, I was kind of like, oh, he's using it. He's using the Jesus card. He's playing it, to get more followers and shit like that. Get it, followers, Jesus. As well, I always got that from Kanye. Like he's just basically playing people. Like, oh, you actually think I believe this shit? I don't believe this shit. And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. And but the whole time too, I'm just like Will Smith. I'm watching it. I'm like, he's like, please, sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to smack him. Please, I didn't mean to smack Chris Rock. Please let me back in. I mean, you see how good my Bad Boys 4 movie is. Please let me back in. I'm Will Smith. I'm beloved. I'm the Fresh Prince. Let me do a little song and dance for you again. Please let me back in. I didn't mean to slap him. I didn't mean to slap him. Please let me back in. Please. All right, Will Smith. We'll let you back in eventually. But you know how many dead babies you're going to have to kill and drink their blood to get back in with the good graces of the Illuminati? Yeah, the shit that Will Smith's going to have to do to get back in the good graces of the Illuminati. That should be my memoir. No one's going to listen to your memoirs. Another good fucking movie burn after reading. You have to watch that movie. But no, that's all I got, man. That's all the information I got. Stay tuned for next Sunday. I'm gonna have another episode coming up. I'm gonna be editing and shit. I'm gonna be doing it live from the store in August. Hopefully I'll do some shows here. I'll do some shows there. Have some more guests and stuff downtown Kokomo. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. And I love you. Be safe and always keep it messy. Peace.